Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful Thursday morning here in Joliet, Illinois. It's a little cloudy, um, but I'm not going to let the weather get me down. Even though it's cloudy, I see sunshine. And I would like to introduce my co host for today, my friend and confidant, Sister B. Sparrow.
Hey, everybody. What's up? What's up? I'm going to share this right now, April, so that we can get more
Okay.
viewers. About to put it up in Facebook. Hopefully, people will come join us and join in on the conversation.
Okay. And as soon as my computer gets going, I will
They're trying
share
to
the
give us
show
all
too.
kinds of technical difficulties today, huh?
Mm-hmm. And so, um, I don't have a why. Hold on.
Y'all, we usually more organized than this. It's just a
But
spur of the
I
moment
just
thing.
want to say I've been praying for you, B. I know losing a loved one is very hard.
Thank you.
I don't know. I haven't lost a sibling yet,
Yeah,
but
this is
I've
not.
lost, you know, both parents, aunts and uncles and cousins.
Yeah, this
But
is
like
my
I
first.
said, I haven't lost a sibling yet, and I wonder um, how much would it affect me.
This is
Yeah.
the first sibling that I've lost. My oldest brother. I only have two brothers. He was my oldest brother. I think it was easier because he wasn't he he had confided in the family pastor, which is our uncle, and our uncle told us that he wasn't afraid to go. It was almost like he knew he was going to go, but
Oh, yeah. And that's nice because that's something I always wanted to know. Like when people are dying, do they know that they are dying?
well,
And, and
I feel like he knew something. Oh, I'm sorry. I felt like he knew that something, you know, because he wasn't healthy for the past 10 years of his life. He had his gallbladder removed, and he had GERD, which affects the lining of your stomach and your esophagus.
mm-hmm.
And he did get a touch of COVID, and I think that's what took him out, the COVID. But he was for 10 years, he was sick almost every night. You know, there were certain things
Okay.
that he wasn't supposed to eat. The doctor would tell him he couldn't eat. But my brother, he ate what he wanted to eat. And almost every night
I can't say I don't blame them.
he would get sick though. Almost every night we would hear him when I like even when I was visiting. But my brother, my other brother, he would tell me that they would I'm tearing up. He would tell me that they would hear him throwing up almost every night for 10 years. Almost every night for 10 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, I miss him. The crazy thing is that while I was there, five other people passed away. That's what's crazy. While
I
I was
know.
five other people passed away, and then when I came home, three other people passed away. So
What's in that water down there? What's going on? Was it like a coal mine?
I
Uh,
no. I think it's a worldwide thing. It's just not my hometown. It's all over. People are just passing, flopping like, just dropping like flies.
hey, K. Judah.
Shalom, brother K.
Yeah.
Judah.
And I think a lot of it just really has to do with people having the willpower to live anymore. It's so much darkness.
It's
Uh,
April. So
It's
much
so much
going.
sickness, and
I
you
can't
don't
even
know.
keep up. I can't even keep up. So much going on. I can't even keep up.
And you can't. You know. You don't. It's so many diseases out here now, and this COVID. And they keep saying COVID. COVID related. And I think they putting everything on COVID because they tell me that the hospitals can get more money when it's
Yeah,
a COVID
that's what they
related
say.
death because everybody just ain't got COVID. If your brother been sick like that for 10 years, he might have had ulcers,
Yeah, he
bleeding
had. Yeah,
ulcers,
yeah. He had.
other health conditions.
Yeah,
But they putting everything on COVID. And that's depressing a lot of people. I didn't realize that a lot of people are suffering from some serious depression with this COVID. I think, thank goodness, we got this YouTube outlet. Hey, Sidbo, that we have this YouTube outlet and things and music sites that we go on that can keep us entertained. How you
yeah.
doing this morning, Sidbo?
Shalom,
Um,
Sidbo.
Sister B, I need you to put your link in the chat, and I
If,
need everybody to subscribe to
if
Be
you just type
Sparrow
in, if you type
channel.
in B Sparrow Talk, it should come up. No space. B
Okay,
Sparrow Talk. It should come up. B Sparrow Talk.
okay.
No space. I think it should come up. Let me try. Let me see. Let me see.
Hold on.
But that to make it easier on people, just B Sparrow Talk. Wait a minute. Let me see. B Sparrow Talk.
Yeah.
It should pop right up. No caps. Just B Sparrow Talk. Bam.
Okay. And so, what I wanted to talk about this morning uh, was this whole Black agenda and what's going on
Lord have mercy.
in Black America. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was this Howard University
Lord have mercy.
situation.
I
Howard
thought.
University
I'm
is
sorry.
a historically Black college in Washington. And the college has been infested. Well, you shouldn't say it's been infested by mold and mildew because that's just a direct violation of
But
them not
listen.
being in compliance of keeping the campus up to par. And
But April, you know what? It's not funny, but this article that I'm reading said that they have mushrooms growing under the sink and from the ceiling. Mushrooms.
I know that's what I'm saying.
This
Like,
is a disgrace. But that's DC for you. This is Washington, DC for you. Just infested. One time it was infested with bed bugs. It is because the politicians, they only care about, they don't care about, see, DC is the hood. DC ain't nothing but hood. I'm
I
telling
know,
you.
girl, 'cause
We
they
have,
tell me right down the street from the White House, what you walk like 2 blocks, you right in the hood.
well, not 2 blocks. It's a little bit further than that. But
Okay.
DC ain't nothing but hood. Howard University is infested with mold, rats, cockroaches, mushrooms, y'all. This is utterly ridiculous. And it didn't just get like this. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm about to take over your show, but let me tell you how much they said Howard University get, listen, despite a recent wave of funding to the university, including 40 million donation from philanthropist Mackenzie Scott and a multi-million-dollar yearly endowment, $647 million as reported in 2017. Why is Howard University having these problems if they getting all that money?
Well, now a lot of people might not agree with me. Now, a lot of people do not like Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would never believe Bill Cosby was raping white women in the 60s.
I don't believe
That's
that. That's
my opinion.
I don't believe that.
I would find that so hard to believe that they let a black man rape white women in the 60s.
Right.
And people were still getting killed. I don't care if he was in Hollywood, they could have found another black man to replace him. That's just my belief. But Bill Cosby, black people didn't like him because Bill Cosby told the truth somewhat about us.
Yes, he did.
Like, pull your pants up.
Yes.
Stop naming your kids these names they can't pronounce.
Yes.
They fill out an application. They send in a resume. The company's going to throw them out.
Yes.
Now, when Bill Cosby got in all of this trouble, Howard University was the first one, and he gave to them HB.
Regularly, on a regular basis.
And he believed in education. Now, a lot of people, everybody is not college minded. You can't have trade schools and other things that you can attend. But Bill Cosby believed in education, and he tried to help these HBICs. Well, he didn't try to help. He did help them. He gave them a lot of money. Howard University, when he got in that trouble, was the first ones to remove his name from everything. And I say they is getting paid back for doing Bill Cosby like that, because that man has stood there and helped that college. The first time we get in trouble, we so bad on our own people. We throw them away. We want to erase their names. I mean, this man had given them money. They took his name off everything. So I say, wow. Look at that.
So this article goes on to say, in addition to blighted on-campus housing, sit-in participants, because they did a sit-in to protest the living conditions. It says sit-in participants say that upperclassmen, third and fourth year students struggle to find off-campus housing in the DC area, where the average rent for a studio apartment is $1,800. So this is a perfect segue for the next topic that we're going to talk about. Because apparently Cory Booker tended to think that Joe Biden has a black agenda.
What black agenda? He didn't even talk to Ice Cube about the black agenda. I've never heard of a black agenda, but like I tell everybody, him and Kamala, who everybody wanted to make black, she wasn't claiming black. Everybody else was claiming her to be black. Right. They hadn't even taken off their inauguration outfits, and they was already claiming Asian hate.
Right.
They came and went so fast, the Asian hate, and they gave them Asian people who she identified with because her mom is Asian. Girl, they gave them that money so fast.
Yeah.
We still haven't gotten.
He hadn't even sat down in the White House yet before he gave them.
He hadn't. No. And I said that was one of Kamala's agreements, probably, was, if I run, you gonna do something for the Asian community. That's
Well,
exactly what happened. I mean, because like I say, uh, I be dying laughing. I be like, did they even take off their inauguration clothes? Because before you know it, the day of inauguration, it was Asian hate, blacks hating Asians. A week later, they had all this money. Well,
yeah.
it might have been a couple of weeks, but it seemed like it happened in a matter of hours to me.
But
Because
if
we
you
still,
if you if you search on YouTube, you will find that most of the videos show white people are the ones that's racially profiling them. White people racially profile them, and they racially profile us.
right. Mm-hmm.
So listen to what Cory Booker said. President Joe Biden has done. And I don't know if he mean for black people, but that's what the whole topic was. So he said, oh, you know what? He said, this president has done more on environmental justice than any president in my lifetime. That has nothing to do with black people. He said also that Biden, he praised Biden for cutting the nation's child poverty in half. Where? Child poverty in half where? He says, he argued that police violence isn't the only type of violence plaguing black communities. Gun violence, excuse me, and poverty, which Booker described as a form of violence, also pose as threats to black Americans. My thing is, you've been a senator for 4 years. What have you done for gun control in your area? You talking about gun violence and poverty. What have you done? Cory Booker.
You know, I'm so sick of these Uncle Tom Negroes.
Girl.
that you know, y'all get y'all get bamboozled because what you think because they have a little education, they talk a little proper, and y'all just let them keep finagling y'all,
Yep.
dangling y'all.
So now
and
it ain't,
the Democrats, when we gonna stop voting Democratic?
Girl, I was just getting ready to say, Cory Booker, it ain't even November of 2021 yet, and he already encouraging people to run to the polls to vote Democrat in 2022.
It would never happen here.
April, don't be surprised if niggas go out and do it though. Don't be surprised if niggas go out and vote Joe Biden back in.
Well, you can't tell them nothing.
You can't tell
you
black
know,
people
they thought Trump didn't do nothing to hurt us, nor did he do anything to help us.
Well, at least he sat down with the Ice Cube and listened.
He did. And he had Kanye. He had Hoover. He did the prison reform. It's a lot of stuff that he was doing that wasn't publicized.
So this black agenda that Cory Booker is talking about, why not fix up Howard University and figure out what's happening to all this money that Howard University is supposed to be receiving every year? Where's all the money? That's DC for you. That's DC for you.
Ourselves that these people, we act like these people are Jesus Christ. These people are of flesh. They are man. They're going to make some mistakes, but we ain't got to keep on accepting their mistakes. All this forgiveness and all of this stuff. Joe Biden, girl, he sounded like a Baptist preacher when he was campaigning. Then gonna tell them, because he wasn't telling me nothing, talking about you ain't black if you don't vote for him.
Right.
Wait a minute. You didn't even want folks to be, you didn't even want busing. You didn't even want integration. You know, and what people have to realize is, you know, leopards don't change their stripes.
Mm-mm.
All
Mm-mm.
of that same stuff is in him. You know, he just a bamboozle child. You know, but we the most forgiving people when it come to them. You know, we'll forgive them for everything, but we ready to kill our own brother,
With
sister,
the
and
quickness.
anybody else. We'll
With the
talk about them. We
quickness.
won't give them a second chance, but we'll give them people a second chance, third, fourth, and fifth.
So, do you know that back to Howard University? Did you know that the students were sleeping outside?
Yeah.
It says mold, rats, cockroaches, mushrooms growing under the sink for undergraduate students attending Howard University, a historically black college in Washington, D.C. These and other conditions have prompted students to protest, staging a sit-in and sleeping at the university's main student center for the past 2 weeks, organizing on social
Girl,
media
how
apps
did they even let this get this bad?
because people
These
still
people knew this was going on.
people keeping the money for themselves. Good and well
But what
Howard
I'm saying
University.
is, we tend to sweep everything under the rug. Somebody knew a lot of money was coming in there. Somebody didn't report it. Now you wait till you got mold the size of mushrooms and all of this stuff, and now y'all want to protest? Girl, like I say, I don't know what to say about these people. They're
And
not too
you notice
bright now.
the whole time Bill Cosby was giving money, we didn't hear about stuff like this, even though I knew how it was run down. But I think that as long as they were getting money from Bill Cosby, they kept it. That's when they swept all those conditions under the rug. Somebody's
Oh,
keeping
you
that
think
money.
so?
Yep. Yep. DC is a
No,
rundown
no,
city, man. I'm telling
I think he made sure. I think Bill Cosby was on him so tough.
you, maybe he
That's
was.
why they were so glad to remove his name when he got in trouble, because he probably was on
They removed his name, and now the school is crumbling. How about that?
him. You know, because I'm pretty sure him being the man that he was, because he was very critical of our race and
Yeah.
was trying to make sure that they were doing the right thing. And that's why I say the minute he got in trouble, girl, they removed his name so fast. I said Bill probably was on them people making sure they was doing the right thing. Cause you figure this what 4 years ago. So yeah, this stuff could happen this fast. Ain't nobody questioning where their money going. I bet he probably was doing pop up
He probably
on the
was.
campuses and stuff. Somebody had to know this stuff was going on at Howard University before 2 weeks ago. Now they want to do sit-ins, do this. I wouldn't send them a dime. I wouldn't, and the students, y'all been going there. Y'all accepted these conditions. And now that it's got out of control, no, y'all could have did something 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
That's what I say. We want to wait till everything, you know, like, oh my God, they's falling apart. They got mushrooms, rats, bed bugs, everything. No, Y'all knew this stuff years ago. No, 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 no. Why did you people, why did you even go back and these living conditions was like this? Why did you even go back to the college? Because
Right.
truly, if the numbers of enrollments would have dropped, they would have not been able to get that money. And then they would have been put on alert, the college. But everything was fine and dandy. But now that the place about to fall apart, they the worst HCIU now. I'm just not, I just had to laugh. I would tell people don't send them a dime. They mess, they made it, they didn't deal with it, and I'm not getting ready to get all in the uproar. And y'all set up and kept going back to this college, and y'all knew it was a dump.
And
You
y'all
didn't even see, like I say, you don't even ask for nothing.
my bad.
Them kids, before school even started, they could have put a stage in like, we not re-enrolling until the living conditions get better. We never demand nothing. That's why we never get nothing.
Shout out to Angie Wellington over on Facebook. She said, "Hi, just came in. What's going on?" We just talking about conditions at Howard University, and also we talking about Cory Booker and his pretend make believe Joe Biden black agenda. Angie Wellington, do you know of any black agenda that Joe Biden has put in place for black people? Because apparently Cory Booker is defending Joe Biden's black agenda, and he's encouraging black voters to run out to the voting polls and vote 2022. My problem with that is, what am I voting for? So that the Asian community can get another $50 million? And what? What am I voting for? So that Afghanistan can come into this country illegally and be dispersed to the state of North Carolina with Airbnbs. They get food stamps, they get jobs, they get all kind of assistance. The Afghans. Is that what I'm voting for?
Again,
I can't even find a damn job.
Over here.
I can't even find a job. So
well, I don't know. They claim like it's lots of jobs now in the fast food industry due to COVID. They say McDonald's might be offering to pay people up to $20 an hour with some of these fast food restaurants. Girl, they get to paying that much. I might have to go make some fries and something. Try to at least. I'll go down there and try to make some French fries for $20 an hour.
I still tell you, French fries and nuggets. Shit. So
right, I drop some fries, nuggets.
So the other day,
I put some burgers, make some shakes.
The other day, I saw the video of Kwame. He was doing some shopping. You know, when Kwame go out to shopping, he doing it for the community, right? So I didn't really know what he was going on. I kept listening. He said that he's doing this for Howard University. I didn't know that they would go that he went there to provide foods and sanitary napkins and all kinds of things for the students.
They shouldn't give Howard University a dime. Shouldn't that one person send them a dime? This is their mess. This is what I keep saying. We never asked for nothing. Them kids, they knew what conditions that college was in. They didn't have to re-enroll and go there. They could have asked for better living conditions. We never asked for nothing. And that's why they don't give us nothing. Them people could have been stage protests and sit in.
It says since October 12th, they had protested what they describe as deplorable housing conditions, including mold on expired air filters, rats and cockroaches, a rat and cockroach infestation, and mushrooms blooming on dorm room ceilings and under sinks, despite on-campus housing causing up to $12,000 a year.
And so who pays that much to live in those type of conditions to go to school?
These students said sleeping outside in the Blackburn Center has been nicer than a lot of their dorms.
Well, that's their fault. You didn't ask for nothing. You didn't put no demands on Howard University. And you want me now to get up and all these people, y'all want everybody to come to y'all rescue? No. I say don't send them nothing. Y'all chose to re-enroll. Long as we don't keep asking for nothing, we never gonna get it, B. This they made it. Why did you even enroll? Make that make sense. Why would I go to a college and they live in conditions like this?
Well, they're not going, when you enroll in college and you do your college tour, they're not going to show you that mushroom hanging from the ceiling. They're going to show you the nice parts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then
so, but a lot of these people are returning students. Girl, them, like you say, everybody done know Howard University. It's in the hood. It's a dump. They never asked for anything, and they never got it. And that's why they are in the conditions that college is in now. The students didn't demand it. Don't they got black student units? You mean to tell me these kids, this just didn't happen overnight.
No, it didn't. It
didn't happen overnight. So you mean to tell me last year they didn't see mold coming out the walls to say we gonna start doing this? They could have been threatening to send pictures to CNN and everything else.
Right.
They gonna do it. They'll do it.
I told you, philanthropist Mackenzie Scott recently included a $40 million donation he gave a $40 million donation to Howard University. If I was Mackenzie Scott, I would be pissed off to the point of passivity right now. $40 million could have done a lot of things to upgrade that school.
Yeah, but when you let it get so bad and it's old, they probably, most of those dorms probably gonna have to be regutted. They probably got asbestos. Girl, no telling. What all?
Girl, let me just tell you, DC is hood. I live here. I've been here for over 30 years. When I first came here, the rats was big as hell. They had to clean them rats out in Southeast because they put the baseball stadium in Southeast. Before that baseball stadium was up, when you come from other parts of DC going into Southeast, all you could smell was stink. It was so stinking, April. The whole of Southeast, when you come across that bridge from other parts, it used to stink like bad. The stadium was right by the I call it the doo-doo plant. The plant where, all the waste go. But right since they put that stadium up, you don't smell nothing. You don't see no big rats no more. So don't tell me it can't be done. They put that Nationals baseball stadium in Southeast, actually in Southwest, or it might be Southeast. I think it's Southeast, on the Southeast side of DC. That's the hood. Southeast, that's hood. Well, the whole of DC is hood, but most poor people, black people live in Southeast DC. It's the most beautiful side of DC, but it's the poorest side of DC. And a lot of people don't come through Southeast. You just don't come through Southeast. Well, and especially back in the day, you wouldn't find one white person in the whole of Southeast DC. But now they starting to see that Southeast DC is a diamond in the rough. It's the most beautiful part of DC, but it's the poorest side of DC, right? So when they put that stadium up, you don't smell nothing no more. You don't see no big rats no more. They just cleaned it up. But that's because they knew them white people was coming in.
Well, yeah, and that's what I say. Them students at Howard University been on these conditions was deplorable. I mean, like unlivable. And now y'all want everybody to be up in air because y'all didn't do nothing about this sooner. I mean, we should not just be hearing about this. We should be hearing like promises was made 2 years ago. Contractors, they was gonna do this. You don't even hear about they said they was gonna fix up the college.
Well, in 2017, it was reported that they had a yearly endowment of $647 million in 2017. $647 million. It says, despite a recent wave of funding and a multi-million-dollar yearly endowment of $647 million as reported in 2017, Howard has publicly struggled with housing for its DC located students, particularly after an enrollment surge this year.
Well, I mean, don't they have enough land where they can tear them down and build down new dorms? Build new dorms? I mean, sometimes everything can't be fixed. It's cheaper to tear them down and just rebuild.
I don't know, but $647 million seems like that ought to be ample enough to keep the school intact. Somebody keeping that money.
Somebody been stealing the money. I blame the students. And if they're not speaking up now, if you didn't speak up doing this, none of y'all and half of them people, they going to Howard University to be lawyers and things like that. And you didn't hold this school accountable for your housing conditions? Man, I don't want nobody from Howard University representing me or anybody else I know. Because if y'all didn't hold this school accountable for y'all living conditions,
I bet you won't find.
Hey, truth be told, how you doing?
Good morning.
We talking about Howard University. The students, these people, these supposed to be what we called them back in the day, high polluted folks. These educated folks.
To get into Howard University,
y'all to shut up and y'all going to college in these type of living conditions. Okay, yeah.
I bet Princeton don't have these type of conditions.
Thank you. How you doing? The truth be told, allegedly. Yeah, I'm telling everybody I don't feel sorry for Howard University, the students, or none of them, because this just didn't happen overnight. We don't ask for nothing. We don't put demands on people for nothing. And, hey, that's on them. I'm like, why is everybody running to their rescue now? All this money they've been given. And the students didn't even ask for better.
And now you got basketball player Kwame Brown going on a shopping spree for Howard University students. Bless his heart. But he shouldn't have to do that.
He shouldn't. And he shouldn't do it. I know Kwame trying to make a name, but they've had too much money go through that college. I hold all them students accountable. And the returning students, and the returning students that's been there for 3 and 4 years. I hold all of them students accountable because they knew what the living conditions was, and they should have been doing stuff back then. So
Unbelievable. So I would like to ask Cory Booker. Go tell them how university students to rent out and vote for Joe Biden in 2022 and see what happens.
yeah.
Go tell those
Matter
Bison.
of fact, and you're right. The truth be told, the alumni should be handling that. And that's what I'm saying. Them alumni, they should be all up and down, all in that school.
They spending the money. They spending the money. The students say it's better to sleep outside, y'all. Outside, y'all.
Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Please. And please subscribe to B Sparrow Talk. Let me find her link.
Just type in B Sparrow Talk. That's all you have to do when you're looking for me. B Sparrow Talk. It pops right up. That's all you have to do.
But like I say, I thought, to me, it was funny. Because I'm like, you mean to tell me these intelligent, college-educated kids haven't asked for anything better than this? It's sort of sad in a way. It's really sad.
It's because
it's sad.
Our community never asks for anything. We just go and vote, and that's it. We don't ask for shit. Look at what's happening now. People ran out to the voting polls, doing the cha-cha girl, go berserk, slide to the left. All in the voting polls, sliding to the left, voting for a man that don't give a damn about them. And the first thing he did when he got into office was what? $50 million to the Asian community and a Stop Asian Hate law bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Cory Booker wants you to rush, get up out of your bed, run down to the polls, and vote Democrat in 2022. Somebody make it make sense.
No, it's not gonna make sense to us. You know, I'm not even understanding it. Matter of fact, I'm not even trying to understand it because it just shows, like I say, when you don't ask for nothing, if you don't ask, you won't receive. But you know, they'll get out there and they'll go against. Let me see. They made sure they took Bill Cosby. Oh, they probably was all out there protesting him getting out of prison. They probably was talking about, mute R. Kelly music and all of this other kind of stuff. Ain't worrying about the gang violence, they living conditions. But y'all supposed to be so smart and educated. So smart and educated and college students. And you didn't even ask for anything better than this. But you'll jump on some bandwagon to bring your brother down or your sister down. Man, these people, bro, I'm telling you, you can't make this up. You can't make it up. Huh?
Black people are sottish. 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 You don't know what that means? Look it up. That's biblical. Black people are sottish.
Mm-hmm. And so You don't ask for nothing, but you'll jump on the bandwagon to bring your other brother and sister down. But you sitting up there living like this, $12,000 a year. Is that how much they pay for housing a year? You
That's what it
said?
says.
Oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
That's what it says. It says 12,000. Let me see. Where is it? Let me find it right quick. I think it was 12,048, something like that. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. $12,000 a year for the dome, the living. Where is it? This guy had previously, and you know, Cory Booker couldn't even get a bill passed for George Floyd. So he out there trying to get somebody to vote, and they wouldn't even get his bill passed. And not only that, didn't he have to sign off for that Stop Asian Hate law bill? Didn't that have to go across his desk? Didn't he have to sign off on that? I'm talking about Cory Booker.
Yeah.
Didn't he have to sign? So why he signed for that bill? But you want us to get out there and vote? Man, these people piss me off. He signed for that bill to pass for the Asian community to get a law hate crime. In other words, if you go and call a Asian person a chink and shit get out of control, who going to jail?
Girl, don't even talk about them alphabet people.
I'm so sick of them too.
Going to jail. We've been called spade, monkey, ignorant, ghetto. Our feelings been hurt all our lives just because the color of our skin.
Yep.
And you make one comment about them, their feelings hurt, and they want to cancel you. This cancer culture is something else too.
Well, they can't cancel Dave Chappelle for sure. They trying to cancel. You know why they can't cancel? You know why they can't cancel Dave Chappelle? Because Dave Chappelle doing his own thing. He ain't got no sponsors. You ain't got to worry about no sponsors dropping him. You know what I'm saying? He doing his own thing, and they cannot mess with that. Now, if he had a contract with Nike and Sprint and all these businesses, then perhaps that he could have gotten canceled. But he's doing his own thing, and they cannot touch him. And that should give Black people an example of how fierce we can be if we just come together and stop worrying about what other people doing. Stop using other people's how can I say it? Invention, whatever. I mean, you know, we just need to come together, which I'm really tired of saying that because I don't see it.
Oh, girl, it's not going to happen.
I don't see it happening.
It's not going to happen.
So I'm really tired of saying it.
It's not going to happen. I've accepted that. Yeah. Yeah, I used to think it could happen. It's not going to happen. I might not see it in my lifetime, but it's not going to happen because we got too many of us that really hate being Black.
Yep. And love to depend on their white daddy.
Too many of us. They don't like the fact that they're Black. So there it is.
Too many of us are looking towards to the white zaddy to get approval. You know, we always got to run to them for approval about something. And we need to stop. We need to set ourselves apart from the rest of the world. And that's the truth. But black people, they're so busy trying to impress the white man. Like I heard, and I was listening to Kwame and King Randall last night. Kwame said he heard somebody say, man, why can't we go out and buy expensive cars and show them that we can do it? You don't have to show them anything. That's right. Our problem.
Because, everything ain't for everybody. I keep trying to tell everything, they they talking about buying acres of land and all of that stuff. Well, you got to be able to maintain that land and pay taxes.
If I could afford to, I would get me some land with the quickness.
Mm-hmm.
If I could afford it, I'll get me some land with the quickness, honey. I'm telling you, I tell people that I grew up with in North Carolina, all my friends that's still in North Carolina, they got these nice big houses and shit, nice big cars, and a lot of them ain't even working. A lot of them is on public assistance or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. Nice cars, nice houses. Man, let me tell you something. I would plant me a garden so fast in them big backyards that they got down there. My friends living in nice houses. They don't know how blessed they are. There's about to be a food shortage in the United States of this here America. You should be planting, honey. You should be preparing, honey. You know what I'm saying?
I just really hate that. My mother used to grow a garden, and I really hate I didn't get out there.
Girl, I did. My grandma was working in that damn garden every day, honey. Every day. And it paid off. It paid off. That's why I'm trying to. I live in a little 1-bedroom apartment, but I'm trying to grow my own food right now. I'm trying because it's about to go down.
Girl, I wouldn't get ready to let my hands get dirty and all that stuff.
Girl, I was all in it, digging in that rich dirt that we don't have on this earth no more. We don't have rich dirt. We don't even have rich soil anymore. The soil is tampered with. Nothing is the same, and nothing will be the same. Joe Biden keeps talking about, let's get vaccinated so we could go back to normal. Well, what is normal? We ain't been normal since forever. What's normal?
And vaccination, that's not proving anything. People still are dying getting the vaccination. They haven't even proved anything. Like, even if the whole world get vaccinated, that don't mean you can still go out and crowd. They don't even know how long the shot's gonna last and stuff. The jab or whatever they want to call it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a mess. It's a mess out here. Everybody think they know everything and don't want to listen to nobody, and it's just a mess.
Well, that's what I say. They all running down there to Howard University, and I say I wouldn't spend a damn down there. All the money they done had. Hey, take R. Kelly, give us back Tupac. How you doing? We talking about Howard University, Cory Booker, talking about supporting Joe Biden and his black plan. I say don't give Howard University a dime. Them kids didn't ask for no money. They kept going back to that college. And them deplorable living conditions. And they supposed to be educated folks, as we used to say back in the day. They going to one of the most prestigious HBCU in the world, doctors, lawyers, and everything, and you set up here and you settle for this mess, for these type of living conditions? No.
Like the students are literally sleeping outside. because it's so infested with roaches and rats and mold.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Business.
Where is Karen J at? I need Karen J. One of her kids go there? Where is she at? I need her child to come on this show.
I really should go
and
down
tell
there. I'm
me.
right here in DC. I should go down to Howard University myself and talk to some of them damn students. I'm right here
You
in
show
DC.
should be. You should go. You should go
should.
live. You really should. Go down there and find out why has this happened. All the money, even though we know they done stole the money, and why did y'all accept this to get this out of hand? I'm so tired of us accepting, believing, and nothing ever gets better. We always had to hit rock bottom before it gets better for us.
And even still, it don't get better once we hit rock bottom and try, because no matter how hard we try to pull ourselves up from that sunken place, it's always somebody to knock us back down.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And I want to know, how did they allow this? Why did they keep going back to this school? I need somebody to make this make sense to me.
The last time I went up to that way, because I had to go to Howard University Hospital, which is on the campus, right? All I saw were white students. I hardly ever saw black students. So I don't understand. All I saw going into Howard University were white students. And I'm like, wait. I remember one time white people couldn't even walk in that damn neighborhood one time. But now that's all you see. DC is no longer Chocolate City, y'all. It hasn't been Chocolate City in a long time, since way before Obama got into office. That's when they really started gentrifying the area. And a person that's born and raised in Washington, D.C., they hate the fact that people call this area DMV, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. A purebred Washingtonian hate that. They hate that that Virginia and Maryland has attached itself. Even though I live in Maryland, I can walk to D.C. Even though it's like that, Washingtonians hate the term DMV. They hate it.
Wow.
They hate it.
Wow.
I don't know why, but they hate it.
Wow.
But DC is a little city. It's a beautiful city, but for the most part, it's hood.
Wow.
Up in the northwest upper area, that's where a lot of the rich white people live at. A lot of rich people. In the Georgetown area, in the Bethesda is Maryland, but Georgetown is DC. But DC is really a very small city. It's very small. And it's hood. Now, I said it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you live there, you know. I mean, so, and I know you ain't getting ready to lie about it. Yeah, you live right there. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I actually live in Oxon Hill, Maryland. But when people ask me where I live or where I'm from, I'm originally from North Carolina, but I've been in DC for the past, over 30 years, right? But that's why when people ask me where I live, I say DC. Nobody knows where Oxon Hill, Maryland is. It's right on the southeast DC and Maryland line. Like I said, I can walk down the hill and I'll be right in DC. But that's why when people ask me where I live, I just go and say DC. I don't even say Oxon Hill, Maryland. And Washingtonians hate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is what it is. But I just don't know. Getting back to Cory Booker, I don't know what black agenda that he's supporting for Joe Biden. Joe Biden wouldn't sit down with Ice Cube to take a look at that black contract that he had. He still have not contacted Ice Cube, even though he's in office, because that's what he told Ice Cube. Wait till we get in office.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I
Yeah,
just
but you know they don't think a regular man like Ice Cube, you know, somebody that's done survived the streets, came up. Uh, you know, he's got Cube vision. You
and
know,
that
they
used to
not
be
gonna respect him the way
that
they should,
that used to be
cause
an honorable thing when a young black man dig himself out from the ghetto and make it up to the top. That used to be honorable. You know, people
it
looked up
ain't
to.
honorable no more. Cause we got people hating on him. We had black people saying Ice Cube. How would he even come up with a Black America plan?
And he specifically said he hired people to help him. He
Yeah,
hired an accountant. He hired, you know, people that are able to help him and tell him what is needed and what he needs to do. He hired professional people. He talked to people across the board, you know, about what to do. Do you know? Remember when we tried to open that black contract and it was full of bugs? We couldn't open it.
yeah.
It has been totally taken down now. I can't find it nowhere. I can't find
Oh
that
yeah.
contract nowhere. Ice Cubes and said, "F y'all, I'm done."
I can't say I blame him because
I,
it was
I
the
don't
black
I don't blame him
talking
at
about
all.
him more than anybody. How he gonna be trying to step up and be the spokesperson for us? Well, I don't know too many people that had a great past. You know, Malcolm X, all of them, but they were still great leaders. Boy, I tell you, we so judgmental, but get ready, cause they coming. They coming. We got some new generation of people. They coming.
No.
Uh,
Someone made a point last night on my live. He said that the reason why Joe Biden let these Afghanistan people in so that they don't have to worry about the black vote anymore. You understand? He's bringing these people
uh-huh.
in voting. Because, like I said, no one is asking where the Afghans go. Where the Afghans go? All those people that came here on that plane, they were mostly men, and they looked like terrorists. There was a congresswoman on that plane. She's Afghan, but she's an American citizen. On that plane where Joe Biden let all those people on that plane after they left Afghanistan, she said there were men on that plane that made her skin crawl. These are the people that Joe Biden brought into this country and dispersed across the state of North Carolina. That's where he put them all at, in North Carolina. Wonder why? I'm from North
Yeah,
Carolina.
hey, Mississippi Mama. Yeah.
Hello, Mississippi
Happy
Mama.
Thursday to you. Yeah. Okay.
They
Wow.
dispersed those Afghans across the state of North Carolina. New Bern, which is not too far from my hometown, Kinston, North Carolina, Goldsboro, Asheville, and Charlotte. That's where he dispersed those Google it, y'all don't believe it. Where the Haitians at? Where he dispersed them at? Mexico. Back to Haiti. Back to Hades.
Wow. Yep.
But y'all
Yep.
gonna be right there voting for them bastards in 2022, doing the damn cha-cha like you did in last November. Doing the damn cha-cha. Slide to the left. Hey, slide to the right. You up there trying to handle your business to go vote and put prominent people in the chair for the presidency, and your ass outside doing the cha-cha. Do y'all know how the white people looked at us? This is the state of
Only
Philadelphia.
that.
Do you know how they
Well,
looked?
you know, we made Kamala Harris black. She ain't never once said she was black. We made her
Girl,
black.
And you know what pissed me off
Pearl.
when that
And like I say, the inauguration outfits wasn't off good, and they come up with Asian hate, and she made sure them Asian people got money.
Yep. And then you had sisters walking around with pearls and chucks. Like everybody was walking around with pearls around their necks and Chuck Taylors on their feet because that's what Kamala Harris wore. Black people stupid as hell. That's why we can't have none, because we so busy following. That's why we ain't got no leaders, because they so busy following. Now ain't nothing wrong for a leader to follow. That's how you become a great leader, when you follow. But when you following somebody and ain't doing a damn thing, like you following Joe Biden and he ain't doing nothing for you, what they say about you? Sick of y'all. Listen, like I said on my live stream yesterday, y'all black people go out there and vote and put Democrats back in again. I'm turning in my black card. I'm divorcing.
Girl, I've been turning in mine.
I'm divorcing.
I've been turning in mine. What card? That shoot, do a card even exist? I'm telling you, they too busy. They wanna be accepted. You know what happened to say it loud? I'm black and I'm proud.
Girl, you know, look, that shit went out. That shit went out in 1968. That's when I was born. That shit went out in 1968. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Black people ain't been proud of themselves since 1968, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I take that back. We did have some kind of pride in the 70s, you know. There was,
a lot of pride.
Good black love in the 70s. Yes. I love 70s. I love the 70s era. You know, the fashion and everything. So we did have some unity in the 70s, but come the 80s, Lord have mercy. It was over by the 80s, honey.
And we so far gone now. I don't know if we can ever, if we'll ever come back. And like I say, you know, wishful thinking. I would like to think, but it's not.
We will only unite when the Most High when the Most High send His Son back for us. That's the only way we'll unite. And if you ain't ready, you ain't coming with us. Simple as that. That's the only way we're gonna get it together.
People get ready.
Huh?
No, I'm saying that was the song "People Get Ready" by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
What they say, get your house in order.
Get your house in order, honey. Get your house in order.
Payday is coming after a while. Get your time.
That's the only way we're going to unite. If you get like-minded people on the same page, thinking the same things, doing the same things, that's just it. Simple as that. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what
it
is.
There ain't too many of us like-minded, because like I say, we too busy. Can't nobody tell us nothing.
Nope.
You can't sit down. You know, they want to bring up everybody else's past. A lot of people's past is what made them the people they are today. You know, we don't even have respect for each other anymore. No type of respect. You know,
no respect.
The black family is messed up. We done swept a lot of stuff under the rug. You know, but we'll critique everything within our black neighborhoods, but we won't say nothing about them. And then the first thing they'll say is, but we're not talking about them. Well, we need to be, because that way maybe some of y'all will shut your mouths up because you're not talking about. We got all of these. Hell, we got mental illness just from being slaves. Dustin, that went down generations and generations.
I don't know how much of that.
Black, just being black can cause depression.
I don't know how much of that King Randall and Kwame Brown interview that you saw last night, but King Randall said he was trying to build a school, right? And for the black boys. And when he took his proposal to certain people, they said to him, I'll give you the money or I'll let you build the school only if you allow me to teach in that school. Of course, you know, these people were white. They wouldn't give him the money unless he allowed them to put their own teachers in the school. He said no. He said, hell to the no, no, no. That's a smart young man, that King Randall. Very brilliant, very smart. I don't know how someone that young just came up with the idea to build a school for young black boys and where he's getting the funding from.
He said he's taking all donations. He don't care where the money comes.
I'm sure he's getting government funding too. But
yeah,
what a brilliant young man he is.
It's brilliant, but you know, I'm so terrified for any black man to take that type of step.
Yes, I thought about it. But it's time, though.
You know, he'll become famous. He'll be doing something positive, and boom, bang, they'll do something to destroy his image. Yeah. We'll be on the bandwagon to take him down. Yeah. You know, everything. And so he's putting a lot on his plate. But it would be nice to see some of these black boys like a black military school.
He said he have 7th and 8th graders that can't even read cat or dog.
But wait a minute. Did you also hear when he said too that he got to be worried about some of the boys because the girls sending their mamas to school dressed any kind of way?
You said it backwards. You said it backwards. The mamas sending their girls to school. He said the mamas ain't training the girls. You said
the mamas training the girls to school. Yeah, the mama training their daughters.
Yeah, he said. I beat that. I heard that. He said he have to worry about his boys and these little girls out here whose their mama's not even training them. Ain't that something, girl?
Yeah.
What is happening to the black women? And why aren't we concentrating on our daughters? Why aren't we empowering our daughters? I don't know.
Seems like they empowering them just to lay on their backs. They're not teaching them to go to college anymore. Yeah, I don't know. But they need to teach them how to protect themselves.
Yes.
They need to teach them
how to love themselves. How to love themselves. Because if you love yourself, you're not just gonna take anything off a nigga. A woman that love herself, really, really love herself, not gonna take too much shit off of a nigga. I'm sorry.
If they do, they ain't gonna take it for long.
Right. Because we do fall in love with any damn thing. We'll fall in love with a nigga quick, won't we?
Yes,
we will. I'll admit it. And so that's why Since we don't have our fathers in the homes, these mothers need to step up and talk to their daughters. Have a conversation with them about life. I did it with my daughters. I don't care. They were 3, 4 years old. I was sitting here talking to them like I'm talking to you. I'm telling you, we have to talk to our daughters. Because these days, our daughters are accepting anything and standing for nothing. That's not my era. That's not how I grew up. That's not where I came from. My grandmother still
back in our day, the single women, a lot of them did it on their own and said, if the man and said, shoot, I'd just be a single mother.
Yeah.
Before I take any mess off any man, you know.
Point blank, period. Point blank, period.
Yeah. But not today. But get ready. They coming. I'm just saying, get ready. They coming. I hope one day they wake up. But this Howard University, I'm going to have to find out how I can get in touch with Karen J. and see how I can talk to her. Because they just told me one of her children go to the college.
Yeah, and Take R. Kelly said she was talking about it last night on Atmos channel.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go to that, find her, and get her.
I wish you could pull up that channel. I wish you could find out what channel it is and go find that part where they was talking about Howard University, and you can play it on your show. I mean, that would be nice, but you know.
Hold on.
That would be nice, but you know. But so yeah, while she do that, I'm just gonna talk. We talked about Howard University and the living conditions at Howard University, and I don't know. It didn't happen overnight. I mean, we know that Bill Cosby dispersed millions and millions of dollars to Howard University, and we didn't hear anything about it while Bill Cosby was dishing out them ducats. We didn't hear nothing about rats and roaches and, you know, but now all of a sudden you're hearing about mold, you're hearing about mushrooms going out of the ceiling and under the sink, and rats and roaches and all kinds of infestations going on at Howard University. And according to this article from yahoo.com, I mean, not Yahoo, that's the wrong article, from The Guardian, Howard University, despite of a recent wave of funding to the university, including a $40 million donation from philanthropist Mackenzie Scott and a multi-million-dollar yearly endowment of $640 million as reported in 2017, Howard has publicly struggled with housing for its DC-located students. Why? After all that money, why is this school in the condition that it's in right now? We know Princeton ain't like that. Even Georgetown here in DC ain't even like that I know of. You probably won't even get that from Georgetown University. Why is Howard University in the condition that it's in? And it's received all of this money, all of this funding. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And instead of Cory Booker concentrating on that, he trying to get y'all to go out and vote for Joe Biden again so that Joe Biden can give another $50 million to the Asian community. Why not black people? Why aren't black people mad about that? It's okay if you went out and voted for Joe Biden and you bragged and boasted about him, and now you pissed off to the point of pissivity, but you don't want to tell nobody, huh? Because he ain't did a damn thing for your votes. He didn't do a mother
for your if you say you voted for Trump, they'll talk about you like a dog.
Right. Mm-hmm. But like I said, at least Donald Trump sat down with Ice Cube and talked about that black contract.
Yeah, Kanye West, grandson, and everybody else.
Joe
up there
Biden
in
have
the
yet
White
to
House.
sit down with Ice Cube. Joe Biden have yet to sit down with Ice Cube. Joe Biden have yet. But let me ask you something, April. Now I was thinking about this in the wee hours of the morning, right? For some reason, reparations came to my mind, right? So I
We'll
know.
never get them.
Hold on.
I don't even know why they even thinking they gonna get
Hold on.
reparations.
I know that the Asian community, right? When Joe Biden gave them that $50 million, right? He gave it to an Asian organization, right? An Asian organization. I can't think of the name of the organization right now. So that led me to think, if we were to get reparations from the United States of this here America's government, where would the money go to? How will you distribute reparations to the Black community? Shalom, Brother K. Judah, CUCFOPE. How will you? Because what Black organization do we have? The NAACP. That's the National Association something for colored people. So
National Advanced what?
Yeah, something for colored people. Yeah. So what about how would the money be distributed to Black people? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody knows. I've been asking this question for years. How will you distribute reparations to Black people? When Joe Biden gave $50 million to the Asian community, he gave it to an Asian organization. Now, what organizations do Black Lives Matter? But K. Judah, he said, give it the same way everybody else got it. $1 trillion each. $1 trillion each for whom? How many Black people in this country? And how do you know who to give it to? How do you know who is a descendant of slaves in this country? Because that's who the money should be going to, the descendants of slaves. How do we know who is a descendant of slavery in this country? That's what I'm talking about. How will the United States of this here America's government disperse reparations amongst Black people? You have some people that's Black, that look Black, that ain't even Black. You're going to have light-skinned people that say, well, my daddy Black. You're going to have somebody with a Black mama and a white daddy. Well, my mama white. I mean, my mama Black. How's that going to work? What if you trace your history and find out that you wasn't a descendant of slavery? Huh? Who determines who was a descendant of slavery here in 2021? How do we know? Because there are people that have dark skin like us that's not from us in this country. You could an Indian person that's dark like me can say, my great great grandparents were slaves. Does that mean they're gonna get the $1 trillion? That's what they need to be figuring out. There is no organization specifically for Black people. Like the Asian community have so many organizations that they can count from. And Joe Biden just picked one and gave them $50 million. Black people, what, NAACP? That's the national something for colored people. Black Lives Matter, oh, they done dispersed. The lady that got her money and gone. The lady that owned that she done got her money and gone. Who's the money going to go to? How you going to distribute it? unless you have some records somewhere. Included with that reparation package should be a what you call it when you take that test, yeah, an ancestry test to see where you from. We all over the place. We all over the place. Can't get nothing done. Look at Howard University.
Yeah, for that show up, I would have to yeah, they could give us some money if they wanted to.
How?
40 acres and a mule.
How?
Shit.
How?
Yeah.
How? I don't know how.
Yeah. So,
see, they can give the Native Americans money because the Native Americans, they have the Cherokee, they have the Black Hawk, they have different tribes that they know. But how can you differentiate? How can you tell who gets what, when, where, and how? My parents have records. Your parents have records of what? My parents don't have no records of my ancestry. That's not necessarily true, K. Judah. You can't trust that. It's not that hard if it says Negro. You a slave, that who you give it to. You got people out here calling themselves Negroes that ain't even Negroes.
Yeah, everybody ain't trying to be black neither.
Everybody, but then when they try to be black, somebody say something about
they try to be black to get some reparation.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to be black to get some reparation.
Africans are called Negroes in this country. In this country, they call Negroes. They call niggas too. So, and them Nigerians slick. They'll trick your ass into getting that $1 trillion money, $1 trillion. Okay, Judah.
I don't even think my birth certificate you have my parents listed as Negro.
I don't even think my birth certificate say Negro. It says black.
Man said
black. That's not gonna happen. That's why we can't get it. That's why we're not getting no reparations, because they don't know who to give it to. They don't know who to give it to. We all mixed up. So a biracial person should get reparations too? A biracial person should get reparations too. Anybody that's associated with a black person, a Negro, if you married to a white woman, you should get reparations too. If a black woman is married to a white man, they should get reparations too, huh? How they gonna do that, y'all? If I'm married to a white man, how am I gonna get reparations for my white family? How does that work? If I'm married to an Asian dude, I'm gonna get reparations for my Asian family, because when I have babies by an Asian dude, my children Asian.
Yeah.
How is this gonna work? I can't see it working. Birth certificate don't mean nothing. You can get a birth certificate.
Well, for one, you ain't gotta worry about it once, because it ain't gonna never happen.
And that's why. Who we gonna give the money to?
That ain't gonna never happen. You think them people get ready to give some black people some reparations? Period.
Who you gonna give the money to? You can't even prove that you are a descendant of a slave. Your birth certificate don't say slave. You have people from the Caribbean, people from Jamaica, all them, they call themselves Negroes. If they don't, the United States government do. You getting it for your foreparents, not for being with a white man, though. I don't know, K. Judah. I don't see that happening. Like, what organization will be able to disperse the money? Because they're gonna have to give it to an organization. They're not gonna give it to us individually because they don't know who we are. Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. They are. I was married to one. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. In this country, they are. If you got skin like this, you Negroid. Simple as that. You a nigger or a Negroid. I was married to an African, and he was considered a Negro. A Negro.
Oh, girl, you was married to an African. What was that like? I'm like KG, huh?
It was the worst time of my life, apart from my daughters. I did get some children, good-looking children out of it, but the worst time of my life, girl. The worst time of my life.
Yeah, because they don't even like us.
They can't stand us.
Yeah.
My husband's family couldn't stand me. My ex-husband. They didn't like me because I was American. My ex-mother-in-law used to tell me all the time, I wish you was Nigerian. But they come over here and they get treated just like we do because of the color of their skin. They call niggas. They call donkeys, monkeys. All the names that we get, they get. All the bad words that we get, they get.
Wow.
So you think a Nigerian man cannot forge a birth certificate, cannot forge a document, say that he's Negro on it? What do you do? You think a Nigerian can't do that? Come on now.
Wow.
It's too much. It's too much.
I say most of them, a lot of them that come over here, they say they be frauds anyway.
They say what?
That they're scammers and stuff.
They are. They are. Nigerians are the biggest scammers in the world. The biggest scammers in the world, Nigerians. They are. Hands down. And if you think the government is going to disperse $1 trillion to each black person in the United States of this here America, you crazy. That's not going to happen. Not even $50. I'm talking about for just black people. No, we can't get nothing for just ourselves. We try to be black. They call people of color. They include everybody else. Asians, Hispanics. We try to be black. We try to be set apart. But we can't do it because they always including somebody else in our circle. Somebody of color. We'll never get reparations. Never.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just terrible how they do us. And I just think our prayers should be, Lord, why? And how much longer? Why are we the one? Well, I know why we the ones that's been made a mockery of. we get made a mockery of all the time. Every day, 24/7. Somebody is mocking us. Like for us being black, we're brown. We really brown. I don't know. Shalom, DJ Pete.
Yeah. Hey, Pete. What do you say we spoil?
Like bad meat. Like bad meat. Like bad, like
Yeah.
a bad, we spoil like a bad piece of meat that's been out on the stove for a month. We spoil like an old batch of collard greens. We spoil like an old pot of pinto beans. We spoil like pork.
We spoil like a old potted chitlins.
I'm telling you, that's what I just said. Pork. We spoil like an old pot of chitlins that's been sitting out for months.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Oh.
But I was I was talking to K Judah yesterday and got into it with this dude that came into K Judah's chat room or something, and he said something to the effect that we tried to tell him that he wasn't Judah. He kept saying that we wasn't Judah, that we were Canaanites, which said he was saying that we were Africans, right? And he kept saying, I don't want to be from a low race, saying that our race is low, on the lowest. And it's true. Our black race is on the lowest of the totem pole, y'all. But what did the Bible say? Those who are last will be first. And those who are first will be last. So come on with it. We low. We'll be that. We'll be that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be that.
Okay.
Until the day of our Lord and Savior Yeshua HaMashiach come to the rescue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But to Cory Booker, who tends to think that Joe Biden has a black agenda, sit your bald-headed ass down somewhere. There's no black agenda. His agenda is to get foreigners into this country to get their votes. That's his agenda. That's his agenda. That's why he dispersed the Afghans, all across the state of North Carolina, so that when it's time to vote, who do you think they're going to vote for? Because you know they already got him. They already setting them up over here. They setting them up over here to start a life. They're giving them jobs. They're giving them Airbnbs. They're getting public assistance. They get all kinds of amenities in this country down there in North Carolina. So be prepared, y'all, to be knocked back down a notch or two on the totem pole. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. I don't know where DJ April Showers is, but we've been on this joint for an hour and 38 minutes, going into 39 minutes. And y'all know that's a long time for me. See that people's eyebrow? But I'm going to wait for April to come back before I log off. Maybe I'll play y'all some good old Hebrew music until she come back. I don't know. But
here's another one for Israel. Do you know who you are? If I had the chance to show you who you are.
took the vocals out.
I'm sorry. I had to answer. No,
Oh,
if
okay.
you heard my phone conversation.
No, we did not hear your phone conversation. But I was yeah, okay, Judah, some gotta give. I just wait for the Most High to do something, because I know he got something up his sleeve. Oh, April, there's Atmos. April, there's Atmos. Look, I'm excited. Atmos Love Zone, welcome. Shalom.
Hey, Atmos, how you doing, Atmos? Atmos, do you have Karen J? I need to get in touch with her because I need to talk to her. I want her.
Why can't we talk to Atmos?
Okay, Atmos, do you know? Can you let me put the link in there? Can you tell us what Karen was saying was going on with her child down there at Howard University? Because I'm trying to understand. Hold on. Let me put the link.
You don't know who you are.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to understand what's going on down here at Howard University and why this prestigious HBCU is in the shape that they are in. Hey, Atmos, what's going on? What's going on? Hello?
Hey, Miss April.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. So, Karen J didn't really go into what was going on. She just said that it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. I didn't really follow up with her because she didn't really put too much emphasis on it in the chat. I'm sure if I reached out to her though, but I can still put you in contact with her so that she can call you, to talk to you about what's going on with her son.
Okay, so her son is going down there, and it's not as bad as what they're making it cracked up to be. Okay.
Right. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. How you been?
Oh, I've been doing fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I wanted to hop on here. How you doing, B Sparrow? How are you?
I'm good, Atmos. Can I ask you a question? Do you know
yes, ma'am.
how long? Do you know how long her son has been at Howard?
No, ma'am. I don't have any information. She didn't really go too much into it in the chat, but I'll have Karen J reach out to Miss April Showers, and that way she can get more information about it.
Okay.
I'll hit her up right now.
Find out what's going on down there, because I just want to find out why we accepted this failure in this HBCU, and how did they allow it to get this bad? They knew this before then. We don't never ask for nothing, Atlas. We wait till everything is bad, and then it's blown out of proportion. There is no way that college could have got that bad.
I'm wondering, was it like that when Bill Cosby was giving all this money to the university? And then this article right here says that the university get at least $420 million a year. That was reported in 2017. And not to mention, a recent donation by philanthropists that gave what? How much was it? I'm bringing it up right here. I'm gonna bring it up. Damn, I'm looking at the wrong article. I always do that. $40 million donation from philanthropist Mackenzie Scott, and then it says a multi-million-dollar yearly endowment of $647 million.
Woo! They should have a brand new everything over there.
Thank you.
That's what we said. Like a brand new campus. Hey, Mom Life.
That should be a state of the art college right there.
Do you
Lying
know?
around.
Do you know that they have the students are sleeping outside right now?
What?
The students are sleeping outside. They said the college is infested with roaches, rats, mushrooms growing out of the ceiling and under the sink, and mold.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's why I say I wanted to talk to somebody, you know, Karen J, because I'm trying to find out, like, what's really going on down there. Because I'm like, don't give them a dime.
Let me reach out to her.
Hey, Mom Life. Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. Hey, Mom Life. Yeah, we going to get to the nitty-gritty of this beat. Because all that money.
Love, how are you?
Yeah.
And so that should be the Black agenda right now. I mean, I just want to ask the chat room, do y'all know of any, because Cory Booker is saying that if Black people don't get out and vote in 2022, the Democratic Party would be decimated. And he says that he supports or defends Joe Biden's Black agenda. Is there anyone in the chat room that voted for Joe Biden, or even if you didn't vote, do y'all know what the Black agenda is? I mean, because I haven't heard anything since Ice Cube's Black Contract, which has been totally taken off of the internet. I'll wait for the Black agenda summary.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Black agenda is that Cory Booker is talking about.
No.
Somebody got to know something. Let's wait a few more minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're waiting. We sure waiting.
Anybody? Because oh, and let me tell you what so he said, Cory Booker said, this president has done more on environmental justice than any president in my lifetime. What is environmental justice? And what does that have to do with Black people? Anybody again?
Wait a minute. He said environmentally what now?
This president has done more on environmental justice. Let me Google that.
Oh my God, where did he get that from?
What the hell is
the ghetto still exists.
Let me see what this is. Environmental justice.
The ghetto still exists. So how has he helped the environment?
Oh my goodness. Listen to this. Environmental justice is the fair treatment and meaningful involvement of all people, regardless of race, color, national origin, or income, with respect to the development, implementation, and enforcement of environmental laws, regulations, and policies. Girl, bye. April.
Oh, girl, I'm laughing so hard, but we still got the ghetto.
K. Judah said the Black agenda is to get us to dance some more. There was a guy in my chat room last night, who said that Joe Biden's Black agenda is to get more Afghans over here to control the Black vote. I was like,
oh, well, they ain't gonna need us in a few more years. They already getting pumped up for the illegal. The illegal immigrants to vote for them.
And that's what they do.
Them alphabet people. So they ain't gonna need the Black vote pretty soon.
Exactly. That's what that dude said in my chat last night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said earlier, they dispersed the Afghans across the state of North Carolina. And I told my people in North Carolina, my fellow North Carolinians, to be prepared to get knocked down one more notch on the totem pole because they about to come in and take over. It was the Arabs that's taking over North Carolina. Now they done let the Afghans in. That's about to explode on the state of North Carolina. And we are.
Some of them people look scary too.
I told you that senator that was on that plane when Joe Biden sent those people. Remember that
eyes? When you look in their eyes, look at their eyes. Look how their eyes look. Them people look spooky.
No life in their eyes. No life. He brought a bunch of terrorists over here, and we don't even know it yet. They planning right now, plotting and planning what they're gonna do. That's just how I feel about it.
Well, hell, they scared of us. Shit, I'm scared of them.
Who's scared of us?
Well, you know, they've been scared of black people.
They ain't scared of us. Them niggas are
everybody scared of black people. That's why they shoot and kill. The police, everybody.
April, ain't nobody scared of us no more. Ain't nobody scared of us. I don't think they ever were scared of us. Them Afghans will blow their ass up and blow you up right with them. They ain't scared of nothing. They ain't scared of us.
No, I see one, I'm going to be smiling at him. I'm going to be very friendly to him.
I don't even know. I can't even tell the difference from them and Arabs. You know, the Arabs all over the state of North Carolina too. I saw someone that looked like an Afghan on a moped when I was down there. I ran in the house, girl. I'm like, girl, they will blow themselves up and take you right with them. They're not scared of nothing. They not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ricky C. Hey, Spider.
Hey, Spidey.
He's at work.
How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, hey, Ricky C. Spidey. We just trying to find out. Do you know anything about the Black Agenda? We trying to find out what Joe Biden's Black Agenda plan. And do you know anybody that has children that are currently down there at Howard University? Because we're trying to find out what's really going on down there.
Right, K. Judah. Ain't nobody scared of us anymore. I don't even know if they ever were. We some punks. Punks. All we do is shoot, bust guns. Like nobody else ain't got no guns. Like we the only ones in the United States of this here America that has guns.
And you right. All we do is shoot. We don't even train our kids.
Girl, you see all them white kids on YouTube learning how to shoot 4 or 5 years old, assault rifle on their shoulders shooting. But we teaching our kids how to twerk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They teaching their kids how to shoot. We teaching our kids how to twerk.
Yeah.
A damn shame we are. We are disgraced. We are damn disgraced.
Living conditions in colleges too. Because I can't believe this prestigious, historically, HBCU is donated to rats, roaches, mushrooms, and everything.
Mushrooms. How the hell a mushroom grow in a building? Yo,
so that's
DC for you. Look,
that
DC,
means the foundation is cracked.
DC was infested with bed bugs a couple of summers ago. I don't know how that is, but bed bugs. They had to shut down schools. They had to move people out of apartment buildings. DC, when I first moved here, was so infested with big ass rats, especially on the southeast side. I'm talking about big rats. Yeah. But like I was telling April earlier, since they put the National Stadium in Southeast DC, they cleaned it up. They took the smell away, because there was one time when you came across that bridge into Southeast DC, this horrible smell hit you in your face. It was so thick. It was like you could reach out for the smell and put it in and grab a hold of it. But now, since they put that stadium up there, that Nationals baseball stadium, the smell is gone. The rats are gone. Southeast looking a little bit more clean. So you cannot tell me that they can't clean up Howard University. Can't tell me that. That's the same thing April said. Spider, we let them folks treat us like anything and we don't complain.
Yeah, we don't never complain. That's what I say. We just, I say don't sit a dime down there. Y'all didn't complain. They didn't do anything. Y'all kept going. Y'all re-enrolled in this college. No. No. No.
And the
I
white
don't
people,
blame
the white people that go there probably don't even live on campus. And if they do live on campus, they probably got the best dorms.
If you could please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And yeah.
Spider, DC ain't nothing but a big ass ghetto. Nothing but a big ass. It's a beautiful city, small, beautiful, charming city, especially at night when you are down there in downtown with all them lights and the way the lights hit the water. And it's a beautiful city, but it's ghetto. The White House, the Capitol, surrounded by ghetto-stricken neighborhoods, poverty-stricken neighborhoods. That's DC for you. I live here. I know.
And I want to come down there because they got that new Martin Luther King statue.
Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful city now. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful city. Downtown where, all the politicians be at. And now, uptown, Northwest DC, where I used to live, was predominantly black. I went up there about a year ago, all white. In my old neighborhood, all white people. So DC has not been Chocolate City for a long time, y'all. The gentrification is real. I never would have thought that I would be walking down the street, even by Howard University, and see a white person walking around like they've been there forever and looking at you like you don't belong there. When they first gentrified, when DC started gentrifying, they tried to stop the white people that moved in. They tried to stop the go-go movement. They tried to stop the go-go movement, y'all. Black people was like,
oh yeah,
no.
Go-go music. Yeah.
They tried to stop the go-go movement. Black people said, hell to the no. See what it was? There's this store, this record store on the corner of 7th and Florida Avenue, which is Howard University is on the corner of 7th and Florida Avenue too, right? So this store play go-go music all day long, and it be cranking. You can hear it almost all over the city, all over Northwest. You can hear it be cranking, y'all. So when the white people moved into that neighborhood, they tried to stop it. And black people came together in full force, and the white people couldn't do a damn thing about it. They still playing music out of that store right now today.
Wow. Wow.
But you would think that since DC has been gentrified, that Howard University would do an upgrade. You would think.
Right.
It seemed
Stay
like,
there, like Atmos said.
it seemed like to
Yeah.
me they have more white students there than black. It seems like to me. I could be wrong. So, you know, I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping maybe, like I said, if we have to come back on with Karen J, because
Yeah.
I want to really talk to somebody that's really down there. Ooh, that's what I really want to do, because you know, these are things that we need to be protesting. Yeah, Ricky C says we allow them to disrupt our culture and we don't protect our objects to the wrongdoing. Yep.
Because we always inviting them to it's our fault though. Like you said, we always inviting them to the cookout. We always including them in stuff. We are the only group of people, it seems, that can't have nothing or can't do nothing on our own. If we do, they call us haters. They say we're full of hatred. We cannot do nothing to uplift one another. You know, it's weird. It's odd.
Mm-hmm.
Like the moment I begin to uplift my brother or my sister and not include other people, I'm practicing hatred. Look.
Oh, I know. I know.
I did a TikTok video the other day, man. Talking about, what was I talking about? Oh, I don't know if you've seen the video of that crazy white teacher in the class acting crazy and screaming and yelling. I don't know what she was doing, but I did a duet on TikTok about it. And I said, this lady in here in this class acting crazy, yet they won't teach African American history in the class, but they can kick around a black doll baby. They can racially abuse a black doll baby and call her Shaniqua, but they can't teach American history in the class. Do you know that TikTok deleted my video and said that I was citing hatred? Girl, I went off. They restored my video though. I went off. Nothing in my mouth said anything about hatred. All I said was they don't want to teach African American history in these schools, yet this teacher can run around acting crazy, yelling and screaming, and you have white kids in California beating up, racially abusing a black doll and calling her Shaniqua. But you can't teach African American. They said I was citing hatred, girl. I was pissed. But they restored my video though.
Yeah, I'm so sick of everything we say. If we say anything, why our comments have to be racist?
Because we can't be inclusive. We can't be inclusive. We can't just have us. That's why they came up with this people of color shit. Because they don't want black people to be together in no kind of way. They don't want us to unite nowhere, no how, no way. If we do try to unite and be inclusive and separate ourselves from everybody else, they say we're preaching hatred.
No, girl, we ain't gonna do it no way, so it don't matter.
Sad but true.
I mean,
well, look, sis, we done been up here for 2 hours.
yeah, and we still haven't found out what Biden's plan is yet.
Yeah, let me bring Spider up to date. We talking about Cory Booker, who says that black people should run out and vote in 2022 to keep the Democrats in office. If black people don't go out and vote, the Democrats are going to be decimated. He says he defends Joe Biden's black agenda. And we just wait for somebody to tell us what the black agenda is, because it doesn't mention it in this article. Booker defends President Biden against criticism that he hasn't yet done enough for black Americans. But Booker did not name anything that Joe Biden has done for black Americans in this article. You know, he's defending Joe Biden against people that's saying that Joe Biden has not done anything for black Americans, but he don't mention anything that Joe Biden has done for black Americans in this article. He said the president has done more for environmental justice. Okay. And we learned that environmental justice is the fair treatment and meaningful environment of all people, regardless of race, color, national origin, or income, with respect to the development, implementation, and enforcement of environmental laws, regulations, and policies. But who got a hate crime law? Did we get a hate crime law?
No.
What environmental
They
justice
were
is he
killing
talking
us
about?
and shooting us forever.
What environmental justice is he talking about? Cory Booker, you signed off on that bill.
I mean, Trayvon Martin, that was a hate crime because he was black.
And look who's still walking around.
Mike Brown.
George
Daquan
Zimmerman.
McDonald. What's her name? The lady that got killed, Breonna Taylor.
Sandra Bland. Breonna Taylor. Tatiana Jefferson. We can go on and on and on.
Say their names. They died for being black.
So
speaking
what
their mind.
environmental justice is Cory Booker talking about? What environmental? Somebody tag him in this, April. When you shut this down, can you rename the title or either tag him in this video so that maybe perhaps he can see it? Because we need to know, first we needed to know what Joe Biden's black agenda is, and now we need to know, you talking about environmental justice for whom?
Right. And we can do another show. But yeah, I'll put that tag. But I'm gonna try to reach out to him, Cory Booker, and see. I just looked him up online.
Well, I tagged him in my stuff. I put a hashtag on. You know, when you put a hashtag in front of somebody's name, if you click on that, everything about them will come up. So I hashtagged him in my last video because I need to know what the hell he's talking about. These people are delusional. He's very delusional if he thinks that President Joe Biden has done more on environmental justice than any other president. He wouldn't even sit down.
He haven't been president a year, has he?
He wouldn't even sit down and talk to Ice Cube. He wouldn't even sit down and talk to Ice Cube about a black contract. So what environmental justice have we received from him? He said, and then he started talking about let me calm down. He also said that the police violence isn't the only type of violence plaguing black communities. Gun violence and poverty. This man been a senator for 4 years. What has he done to curb police violence and poverty in his community? What has he done? But yet, you want us to run out and vote for Joe Biden again. You got to be out of your bald-headed mind. You got to be out of your bald-headed mind. Anyway, I'm done. Listen, sis, let me know when you want to do this again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with Karen J.
Yeah.
How far is Howard University from where you live at?
Oh, I have to. About 10. Wait a minute. Let me see. About 10 miles, I think. I'm about to Google it.
Oh, okay.
It's a 25-minute drive. So about an hour bus ride. Oh, I can't bring it up. How far is Howard University from Oxon Hill, Maryland? It doesn't say. Come on now. Oh, 12 miles. 12.2 miles, which is not bad at all.
Oh, okay. All right. But no, don't send them people no money. If that's what they chose to accept for all of these years, let them figure it out. Let
Kwame
them
Brown
figure it out.
bought a lot of stuff, but I don't think how far he think that's going to go, or even if the students are even receiving it, that stuff that he bought, because it looks like there's a bunch.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks like there's a bunch of thieves up there, and we need to start with the head. The president of Howard University is I just saw it. The president of Howard University is. I just saw it. I would have to read this whole article to find out. The president's name is.
Yeah, now everybody, Black Lives Matter, need to be down there protesting.
Girl,
where that money at? Well, I'm just saying. You know, that's what they should be at.
Wayne A.I. Frederick is the 17th president of Howard University as of 2014.
So what, all the presidents been just going in stealing the money?
That's what it said. I know the one before him was stealing money, and I guess they got rid of him. What's that president name before him? Let's see who was president before. President of Howard University was appointed 17th president. I know how to do it. Who was the 16th president of Howard University? Who was the 16th president? The 16th. Come on, y'all. President of Howard University. Ooh, I can't even pronounce his name. Sidney A. Reboe. One of them was stealing money like crazy from Howard University. I can't remember which president it was, but I remember reading something on them years ago, how he was stealing money, got caught, Wait a minute. Here we go. Let me see here. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and hop down. Finish my
Okay.
research. Do me some research.
Yeah.
I'll be ready for the next
I
show.
went back and I tagged Cory Booker in this. Like I said, girl, these people, they all, but we crazy when we talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what kills me. Like, they'll say I'm talking crazy because I'm saying don't support them because they need to figure out their own mess. I mean, y'all attend these colleges. Y'all the one down there. Y'all spending y'all money.
That's our
These
problem.
people, right? And then that's what I'm saying. Y'all done went back year after year to this college. Yeah. So, and that's their problem. That ain't, I tell people, do not send them a dime. Them supposed to be educated folks down there at Howard. So,
And because you said that black people going in on you, huh?
yeah, you
That's
know,
our
they
problem.
supposed to be the most, that's the most prestigious HBCU. Okay, all right. So,
All right,
like I said, okay, talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
Bye, y'all. Bye, chat room. Holla.
All right. Thanks, everybody.